Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So AFCON is around the corner, so it's almost time for us to be worried about how it's going to affect our teams, whether some players will be leaving for the tournament and whether we have to make some plans to adapt to these players leaving. So I thought about putting this short video together to keep you guys up to date with the details and also the players affected, and also look at some strategies and alternative players that we can look at to deal with the players leaving for AFCON. So I hope you guys find it useful. Of course, we are waiting on some last minute discussions ongoing about it, maybe being pushed forward. And there are also appeals for players like Salah and Mane to be allowed to join up with their international teams a little later. So all that stuff is ongoing, but for now I'll fill you guys in as to what we know now and also how it will affect our teams if the rumors turn out to be true. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and also hit that subscribe button, and let's get straight into it. So I've got all these from Fantasy Football Scout. Do check them out because they have some good articles that can help with FPL. But zooming into the details on paper as of now, AFCON will run from the 9th of January Sunday to the 6th February Sunday, and it will be held in Cameroon. So 9th to the 20th of January will be the group stage, 23rd to the 26th of January will be the round of 16, and then so on and so forth. And also, of course, how long a player will be at the tournament also depends on how far their country progresses in the tournament. And also something important to note, because it will affect our teams, is that according to FIFA, the players will have to be released no later than the Monday morning of the week preceding the week where the tournament starts. So what this essentially means is that players will be gone from the 27th of December onwards. So Premier League clubs are currently appealing to release players slightly later, and FIFA hasn't responded as of now, so we will wait on FIFA, but for now we will work with these dates in mind. So how does this affect us? So based on AFCON starting on the 9th of January, here are the game weeks that the players going for AFCON may miss out on. So as you can see, it spans from game week 19 to game week 25. I've annotated at the side to show which dates they will be missing out on based on FIFA's regulations, which dates they'll be missing out on due to playing in the tournament, which is marked by the red X, and also which dates they'll be missing out on subject to the how far their teams progress. So as we can see, for game week 19, the majority of the fixtures actually won't be affected. And only the one on the 27th of December, so the Man U versus Newcastle game is the one that we're talking about here. And so really we're only looking at potential players being away from game week 20 to 25. Now the next thing to consider now is if it gets pushed forward, which the rumors are saying that it may be pushed forward to 3rd January to accommodate some players playing in the Club World Cup. And if this actually does happen, then we would be staring at players like Salah and co leaving at as early as game week 19. And at the moment, this isn't confirmed. So while we're waiting on this update, let's take it that players would probably be leaving from game week 20 onwards. So now the next question is who would be affected? So honestly, with 16 nations progressing from the 24-team group stage, the chances of getting some of the big names back early really aren't great. The likes of Egypt, Ghana, Senegal, Ivory Coast and Algeria are all among the tournament favourites, and we will expect them to go deep into the knockout rounds. So I've put together a list of players here. Now the list is much longer actually, but I'm choosing to focus on these 6 players just because they're the ones with higher ownership and also they're slightly more high profile. So Salah, Mane, Zaha, Mahrez, Dennis and Benrahma. So you guys may have some of these players in your teams, if not maybe just Salah at least. And we are going to have to look for some alternatives for them because they are going to leave for AFCON. So I've compiled a list moving forward here, which I think would be good alternatives for these players that will be going for AFCON. And I hope you guys find it useful. And the period that we're looking at, of course, is game week 20 to 25. And there's all kinds of players here, cheap midfielders, mid-priced ones, and also the premium ones. So I'll quickly go through them and let's get into it. Alright, so I've put together this list of game week 20 to 25 alternatives. So players that we can bring in, maybe for a straight swap or maybe even a downgrade if we are downgrading Salah. So honestly, these players, Fernandes, Son, Bernardo Silva, Rafinha, Bowen, and Smith Rowe, they are very good players and we all know. So these are the players with relatively decent fixtures and also they're kind of the maestros of their team, they're kind of the creative players of their team. They also have a shot in them, every single one of them. So honestly, for Game Week 20 to 25, we can be looking at these players to, take us through the African Cup of Nations, and when our African players come back, we can swap them out again. So for this last part of the video, I want to focus on two strategies that we can adopt when it comes to dealing with Salah, who is going to go for the African Cup of Nations. So this is key because a lot of us have him, and it doesn't make sense to keep him in the team because he's going to be absent for quite a period of time. And to keep him in the team is going to cost us a lot because a lot of money is going to be stuck with Salah. So we are going to lose a lot of value. So definitely we're going to want to sell him and then bring him back. So the first way we can do this is to stick with a premium midfielder. Now this is actually what I recommend just because it saves us transfers and also it maximizes the value in our team. So these are premium midfielders with good fixtures as explained earlier. So Bruno Fernandes, he's the chance creator for Manchester United. He's the creative spark in the midfield. He's known, there was a period of time that he was known to almost be a must-have in our team next to Salah before Ronaldo came. So honestly, Bruno Fernandes, he is still that same player. He is still a creative player. He is still a good player, and definitely with the good fixtures coming up in Game Week 20 to 25, he can get us some returns during this period as well. And same goes for Son. So definitely Spurs currently they have a COVID situation, but it will pass. Son will come back, and Game Week 20 to 25 is still a way to go. So with good fixtures in Game Week 20 to 25, there's Southampton, there's Watford. They play Southampton twice actually, and there's also Wolves. So honestly, I do expect Son to be getting some returns during this period, and his ownership is quite high as we can see because he has been in decent form in recent times as well. Now the other way we can do this is to downgrade him to a cheaper midfielder, but this will probably then take us 2 transfers to bring Salah back in once he returns. So I'm now currently leaning more towards the strategy of going for a premium midfielder just because I'm generally quite safe with my transfers. I don't like taking hits unnecessarily, and I like to save transfers for emergencies like injuries, etc. So I know I'm going to want to bring Salah back in, and I'm going to want to make it easy for myself to do so. So I probably stick with a premium midfielder at this point in time. But for those of you who maybe need the extra cash to maybe upgrade other areas of your team, you can go for a cheaper midfielder. But you just have to bear in mind that you will have to probably make 2 transfers to bring Salah back in. And if you're okay with that, then you can plan your strategy properly, and that's fine as well. So there we have it, guys. I hope you found this video useful. If you liked it, please help me hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye bye.